I'm on my way to the mall, the Roosevelt Field Mall. I'm going to look for Cinnabon. Now, I looked on the map on the computer. They do show it listed as one of the places. I want to call it a store because it's not a full-blown restaurant. There are restaurants adjacent to the mall. It's not even in the map, on the map. I looked. It says main floor, but it don't tell you where. This is a large mall. So I'm going to go in where I went in last time at the Pet Pretzel place. I'm going to ask them because they know who I am and maybe they can help me out. It's not even on the map on the computer. So this app, Cater and Delivered, they're both doing it, are sending me to a location, a driver, you know, to a location that they don't even know where the place is. They expect you to do it. Well, I don't mind doing it. When I pull up, 10:05, you pay me for my time. I'll stroll the mall. They have to pay me for my time. So let's see what happens here. Last time I did this, they did pay me for my time. And it's because the food was not ready. But are you going to pay me for my time for strolling a mall to see where the Cinnabon, I think that's what it's called, Cinnabon, is? We'll soon see. I'm here. And these apps work to fit their narrative. Usually the app tells me, a notification pops up, you have arrived at the pickup. But today it's not saying that. It's because they know I have to walk the mall. This happened last time, so I'm going to click arrived. And I'm going to wait to 10 o'clock to call because the mall don't open till 10. And let's see if someone picks up. Did anyone find out where the food pickup is in the mall? I wrote that this morning. And they wrote back and gave me this phone number. And I've called it several times and they don't pick up. They just don't. So I'm going to head in. I'm here. I'm still considered early. I'm going to get my cart, get my bags, get into the mall, and I'm going to stroll the main floor to find the Cinnabon. I think it's called Cinnabon. And I did call the number. Nobody picks up. And this happens at malls. They just don't pick up. So stay tuned. Let's see how long it takes me. And I did swipe arrived when I got here because they told me you have to swipe arrived the last time I was here. They know what they're doing. No, they know this isn't a mall. So they don't want to say that you arrived yet until you're at the restaurant. But you got to pay me for my time to get in the mall and try to locate the restaurant. You know what I mean? So I swiped arrived. I expect to be paid for my time. Okay. I finished dropping off the Cinnabon and they paid me $2 extra for the wait time. And that's because when I got into the parking lot of the mall, I swiped arrived. You don't always have to do that. If you ever deliver to a mall, and you know it's going to take you 10 or 15 minutes to get to the location in the mall, when you pull into the parking lot, swipe arrived. Because they'll swipe arrived when you pick up at a restaurant and you're parking right up front. They do it. But when they send you to a mall, they tell you, well, you should have swiped arrived. You know, it's always to their narrative, like I said before. Whatever works for them, for their benefit. So if you're going to choose to pick up a mall delivery, it wasn't hard. But, you know, nobody knew where to send me. And I saw a security guard. And I asked him. It saved me at least 10 to 15 minutes of roaming the mall. And it did. I just dropped it off. The woman that ordered the food said at 11 o'clock at night, they texted her asking her for more instructions. Which they wrote me in a text. And she's like, instructions? And she goes, well, I got them back. I went 11 o'clock at night. She was like, yeah, these people get up early. They're early birds. You know, they're in bed early. They're up early. She goes, well, I got even. I texted them back at 3 in the morning. I went, oh, man. She goes, did you have a hard time finding the place? And then I told her what happened. And she went, oh, I see. I said, they don't know where they're sending you. I said, it's no big deal. It's a choice to do this. She goes, well, I got them back. I texted them at 3 in the morning. Because some of these people, they're here at 6 in the morning. You know, healthcare. It's a healthcare facility. It's a 24/7 business. You know, so you have people around the clock. That was funny. She was like, I got them back. I texted them at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's done. Just be careful. When you deliver to malls, make sure you swipe arrived, because they'll play dumb and, 20 minutes will go by. Oh, you should have swiped arrived. When the app, most of the time, sends a notification you have arrived at your pickup. Not when they send you to malls. See what I mean? Here you go, Quinn. And see, everything's moving. It wants to start, and it's not. That's what happens. And I'm pressing the button that actually shut it off. Most people need a car to get to work, or need their car to work. And more so than ever in today's world, because of all the opportunities with the gig apps. But this is a downfall when your car is out of service. That happened twice in the past week. I called up. I have an app for GM. They came and jumped it. It was fine. It happened again yesterday. So they jumped it again. I took a chance today. I did have an appointment, but I canceled it. But I took a chance with the delivery, because what are they going to do, punish me that my car didn't start if I went to go jump in my car to get to the pickup or from the pickup? So I took a chance and it started. However, I haven't shut my car off all day, and I mean that, all day. Every stop, even the delivery. I even stopped home to regroup, and I have my bag here with my computer. I'll talk about that in a moment, because now I'm I'm right next door to the Chevy place in Freeport. And I'm going to let the service department use their equipment to figure out what's drawing off the battery. Because the person I'm speaking to in the video, I was going to bring it to Quinn. He's a friend, but he's a mechanic. And if they replace the battery is under warranty. But this happened when I first got the car, and the same thing's happening again. So, that's a downfall when you're a gig worker and you rely on your car for money. But this is why I say, give yourself a financial education, get ahead for times like this. We are independent contractors, freelancers, gig workers, self-employed. I'm going to work on my business. I'm getting there early. I'm going to get a ride from the service department. I already made arrangements. I asked my mother on the way home from work, can you pick me up? I'm going to go to the Chevy place, get comfortable. I have fresh coffee. I got my computer and everything in my bag. I'm ready to go. And I'm going to work on my online business. This is a perk to working for yourself. It does get easier. You have the freedom to take care of everything you need to take care of. Where if I had a punch a time clock and I had to be at a place of employment and just keep giving my time for money all the time, I would be a mess right now. I did that for years. I can't do that the second half of my life. And I'm happy I don't have to wait till I'm a senior citizen in my 70s to enjoy that kind of leisureness, that I could take care of everything on my timetable. I took a chance. Because I know the car pretty well. I was like, they just jumped it. I'll be good for a couple of starts. But when I went to the delivery pickup, when I went to go drop it off and I started the car from the mall, I said, now I don't turn off my car until I get to the Chevy place. I lost track a little bit. But I have the freedom to take care of all the things I need to take care of, and it gets easier because I've been at this for so long. Now my online business is earning me money. I am creating a small enterprise of my own. I have money working in the background. I'm not so stressed. I'm not so bothered the way I used to be. And that's irritating people. But I worked very hard to change the way I was living, not to be bothered by it. To me now, this is an inconvenience. but it's not the end of the world. I could easily do something else if I'm not gigging. And I've been in this transition a long time. But see, that's why I preach to you gig workers about, I'm just sharing what I do, invest in, you know, cryptocurrency, because you're going to start living off of CBDCs and universal basic income, and you don't want that. This is your ticket out of, this is your ticket, your money won't expire. But if you keep giving your time for money and you don't take advantage of the opportunity to invest in cryptocurrency that holds utility, your money's going to expire. There's not going to be any pensions. You're not going to have Social Security. You're going to be screwed. But I put myself in this position that I'm not so bothered. It was a little work and a little gambling and a little nervousness. Is my car going to start? But I was able to work. I canceled an appointment I had because that would bother me to waste someone's time. But on a delivery, cars break down all the time. They would send someone else to come and pick up the food and deliver it. You know what I mean? They always have a backup plan. So I wanted to share that. Now I'm going to the Chevy place. I'm going to work on my business, and there's always something to do. I'm not idle. I'm not wasting time. And I do right now, as I'm speaking, I have money working in the background for me. This transition, I've been in this transition a long time. And you can too. This is a chance of a lifetime. I could keep talking. The video's long. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll let you know what happens with the car. Something's drawing off the battery. And I'm happy I got that on video. Because when I pull up, I'm going to show them what's going on so they see for themselves. I'll see you in the next video clip. Bye, everybody.